Hello and welcome to today's crypto review video, and in today's video we'll be talking about an interesting project called WISE with the same ticker symbol as the project name, WISE. It is trading on the Ethereum blockchain at the moment, currently at 73 cents on average, and it's on Uniswap and also on a couple of other exchanges. If we go to the market section, as always, because that's where you can see where it's trading on. Now Hotbit is down at the moment, unfortunately, so you'll have to use some other exchanges if you don't want to use Uniswap, such as Bitforex, Biloxi, and Biki. Although I don't really recommend these, maybe Biloxi, but Uniswap is definitely the safest, right? It is a decentralized exchange after all. Now the total supply is 342.9 million. As you can see here, there's no max supply. If you want to check out the contract address, like the smart contract address, you can copy it from here, go to Etherscan and check it out there just to see all the different transactions for transparency, etc. And also for transparency, before we open up the website and we start talking about WISE, just so you know, this is a sponsored video. So without further ado, let's get straight in and see what is WISE all about. So we've got the website here, wisetoken.net. What is WISE token? Well, WISE is an innovative cryptocurrency designed to be a highly secure store of value that can be easily staked to earn trustless interest, like bonds, certificates of deposits, and time deposit bank accounts. Longer stakes provide higher yields, as you can see here. As per their description, they're also going to launch on Binance Smart Chain, right? Many projects are now looking at Binance Smart Chain as an alternative just because of those high Ethereum gas fees. And we know that those transaction fees are high until Ethereum 2.0 is going to launch, right? When they're going to sort that out. But for now, many projects are migrating to Binance Smart Chain. There are just so many users using Binance Smart Chain at the moment. So why not, right? Those low transaction fees are attractive after all. Right, so what is WISE? Let's find out more about WISE, right? Because, okay, we got the overview, but we want to know what's it about, right? So the WISE contract is locked the pre-sale Ether into market permanently by burning the issued UniV 2.0 liquidity Uniswap tokens. Okay, that's an ownerless liquidity. The next feature is that it's backed by Ether, so a pool of ETH on Uniswap backs all WISE holders who may choose to cash out at any time. And then the rising price floor, the value of WISE's Ether pool grows as investors and traders buy and sell WISE from Uniswap. Fees stay in the pool, and exactly the same thing is going to happen here with Binance Smart Chain. They're actually going to create a new version of this token for Binance Smart Chain called WISB, which we'll take a look at a bit later down in this video. And it's of course going to be backed by BNB instead of Ether, but of course there will also be this version which is for Ether as well. So two different versions, and likely we're going to see one, and it's not confirmed, for Polkadot too. I do think that Peter, who's part of the team, is going to do that, and we'll take a look at the team too, of course. Now, if you don't trust them, you don't have to. There is a trustless way to verify this information through a public blockchain explorer. Again, you can check them out on Etherscan or on Uniswap. Of course, you can stake WISE, by the way. Okay, so we're going to talk about the staking too. There is a staking rewards calculator here. If you're interested, you can simulate it, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. So WISE token rewards stakers, not miners. Similar to how Bitcoin rewards miners every 10 minutes, WISE rewards stakers every day. A steady rate of 4% annual inflation is used to create the interest pool. Stakers can then increase their share by staking longer. And we'll go to the WISE staking too in a moment. But first, let's talk a little bit about the staking options. Okay, so WISE can offer 3 different staking types depending on your needs and level of comfort. I know you probably like staking, right? Because staking is great. Why not, right? It gives you those passive return on your investment, those dividends that you're generating, right? So we've got the regular staking option for a maximum of 42 years. There's the insurance staking for 3 years maximum, and the collateral staking for a maximum of 5 years. And they're recommending this one here. And again, this one's going to come soon, but they're recommending this one, which is the insurance staking, which guarantees rewards, next day cancellation, and also penalty coverage. And here's the team. Let's meet the WISE team, right? We've got Peter Gurr here, Chief Executive Officer, so he's the CEO. Also Aaron Hansen and Vitaly Marichenko. But we're going to talk a little bit about Peter Gurr. Now, he's also got a YouTube channel. He used to be a big fan of Contribute with the ticker symbol TRIB. We've actually covered Contribute on this channel before. I know he was an admin there as well, helping support the project. But then he probably had an idea and he thought, okay, why shouldn't I just create my own project, right? So let's find out about Peter, right? Peter is a real estate entrepreneur and Army National Guard serviceman. The graveyard of bad crypto projects drove him to use his business acumen and military training as an intelligence officer to design a superior system. He's based in LA, and Peter is on a mission to teach every crypto user how to evaluate systems and invest wisely. And you can find out more details on his work experience by going to his LinkedIn profile here. And I really like the fact that the team is visible, right? Because we know that with anonymous teams, you can't really trust them at the end of the day. It's a pure gamble. Like crypto is a gamble as it is, but with anonymous teams, it's even worse. So that's why we like the fact that WISE is here. It's open. They're basically telling us who they are. They're telling us their background, and they're giving us the LinkedIn profile account so that we can do more research on the team, of course. So yeah, of course, you can do more research on the team here. As you can see, they've got some mathematicians working for them. There is no LinkedIn profile associated to this person, but no biggie. It's just the one guy. All the other ones do have LinkedIn profiles associated to them, so that's good. Now, some of the frequently asked questions, right? What is the use case for WISE? So before we'll talk about the staking, and before I actually show you how to actually take part in their Binance Smart Chain token sale, let's talk a little bit about this section here. So what is the use case for WISE? Because this is what you may be asking yourself. So WISE is designed to be the most decentralized and secure store of value in crypto, making it the star candidate for long-term investments. While Bitcoin is the first and foremost king of this use case, the crown is shared with cryptos that have intrinsic value such as Ether, which is needed to power all projects in the Ethereum network. Given that 90% of new crypto projects are built on Ethereum, the intrinsic value of ETH is unshakable, and WISE is backed by a large pool of ETH. The WISE contract's innovative use of Uniswap created a way to utilize the initial ETH sent to buy WISE to directly back the value of all WISE tokens purchased. So that's called a liquidity transformer epoch. Now, this act permanently bonded the value of WISE with a pool of ETH on Uniswap. So WISE's use case is a matter of how many investors desire the additional features WISE offers as opposed to simply holding ETH. All future investors most ultimately purchase WISE on Uniswap, driving up the price as the supply becomes scarce. Investors may earn interest on their WISE by locking it up in stakes, and like bond certificates of deposit and time deposit bank accounts, longer stakes provide higher yields. So what does backed by ETH mean? Let's talk about this. Now, in layman's terms, there are two forces affecting the price of WISE: the price of ETH versus the USD. The price of WISE versus ETH, which is affected by buys, sells on Uniswap, and both factors could be going up, both could be going down, or one could be going up while the other one goes down. All cryptocurrencies experience the market conditions from buys and sells of their native token, but no other crypto is backed by ETH, such that even if people were selling the token, the price of ETH can carry the price. Technical explanation is, for example, 55,900 ETH, which is $40 million at the time, raised by selling 250 million WISE, was paired with another 250 million WISE to create the initial Uniswap liquidity pool, which the contract locked forever. WISE is backed by that pool of ETH, meaning that even if all WISE holders sold everything, everyone would get some amount of ETH back. With even 28,000 ETH remaining in the pool after the last holder sold, WISE is backed by ETH and has a price floor in ETH. So now let's talk about the price floor. So WISE has an unbreakable price floor of about 8 cents in ETH per WISE. Which would be the result of a black swan scenario where you are the very last holder to cash out WISE on Uniswap and there are no other holders left after you. The price floor in USD will vary with the price of ETH, but will never be a lower amount in ETH. Amazingly, the ownerless nature of the WISE liquidity pool means transaction fees on Uniswap contribute to raising the price floor every day at a rate of over 5% increase per year. Now, the unbreakable price floor is not a realistic scenario while people are staking. However, since ending stakes early comes with massive penalties, and because 100% of those penalties go to the remaining stakers, you would take 100% of all stakers to end the stake early before any of those WISE penalties could be sold to Uniswap. This creates a much higher price floor pictured on the website, which would be the result of all the circulating WISE which is not staked or were sold, and the higher and more realistic price floor is only certain the day of the future stakes coming due will cause it to lower slightly until that WISE is staked again. Investors can view when and how much WISE is coming due from the stakes on wiseinfo.io up to 42 years into the future. Okay, so that's how far you can actually stake for WISE if you decide to stake it. Now let's talk about the staking, right? Because that's what we're interested in. And let's go here. And this is the staking tool. So as we can see here, it's pretty straightforward to use, right? You basically connect with your MetaMask wallet. I have connected already. And once you do that, then you basically go here and you can choose how you want to stake, right? You've got different options here. You've got the regular staking, you've got the insurance staking and the collateral staking, which is not available yet. That's coming soon, okay? But it will be available here within the same dashboard. So yeah, I mean, this one, insurance staking is the one that's considered the one that's most used, right? And it's the recommended one as well. If you remember when we were on the first page and we saw the different types of staking, this was the recommended one. So yeah, up to 3 years, 90% of the stake is the insurance coverage. Scraping rewards is disabled. Canceling pending stake is disabled. Insurance cost is 10% of the shares. You can just click approve insurance contract and then you can start doing it through here, right? If you create the insurance stake. If you go to ladder staking, this is another feature which is coming soon. You can simply click on this to learn more about it. Actually, this is how it looks. If you go to ladder staking, there's a dashboard here with the price and market, staking and holding, ladder, staker, WISE supply, top list, news, and more information. So even information on the daily penalties, right? They've got a dashboard here with the graph showing you how you can do that. So there's different features here. There's also a referral system if you want to use the referral system. By the way, make sure you use my referral link if you want to take part in this. By the way, it will be found in the pinned comment of this video, and of course all the links to WISE are going to be in the description of the video if you want to follow them, etc. But let's actually go to the most important one actually here, which is the Binance Smart Chain Reservations feature that we've got here. It's basically like a token sale. You can actually take part in this directly from the website, which is awesome, right? You can reserve your WISB tokens. That's how they're going to be called, or WISB. I think they might pronounce them WISB because WISE is the Ethereum version and WISB is the Binance Smart Chain one, which is going to be kicked off by an initial 15-day phase during which users can reserve tokens, creating a liquidity pool from BNB contributions through 6 different reservation modes. So once again, a pool of BNB on PancakeSwap backs all WISB holders, allowing the exchange of WISB tokens for BNB at any time. So again, this is something that we've seen with the Ethereum version, right? Where they've mentioned that at the beginning when we looked at the start of the video. So yeah, you need to connect your MetaMask wallet. I've already connected it. So it tells me my contribution, which is 0 at the moment, but I will be making a contribution here because I want to get some WISB. So you could see how many BNB have already been contributed to all these different modes. So they've actually got 6 different modes. One is the cashback mode 1, which is to reserve the tokens with this mode. And you grant 1%, it grants you 1% cashback instantly. However, it is active only for the first 40,000 BNB invested through this mode. So this is one that I'd be looking at. Also daily random, you can reserve this tokens with this mode, allowing users to enter a daily raffle where $100 goes to 50 random addresses using this mode each day. And if you do decide to use this mode, let's see how can you actually do it. The minimum is 5. Okay, so it tells you what is the minimum contribution. I've got 0.49 BNB, so I can only take part in this one here, which is mode 1 cashback. There's also mode 3 here, $5,000 rookie. Reserving tokens with this mode allows users to enter a competition where $5,000 goes to the largest investor and an additional $5,000 to a random investor using this mode. And again, 29.1 BNB have already been reserved using this mode, and as you can see here, 10 is the minimum that you need to use here. And I don't know how we got 9.1 there if 10 is the minimum, to be honest. Let's see, yeah, 10 is the minimum. I'm not sure, maybe some of it was used for testing, maybe the 9.1 was used for testing, I don't know. And then there's the largest one, which is 56 BNB. 18 is the minimum that you can contribute with here if you're interested in this one. There's also the master one for $25,000, and mode 6 is the biggest one here. 500 BNB was the largest contributor. Basically with this one, if you reserve tokens with this mode, it allows you to enter a competition where $100,000 goes to the largest investor using this mode, and I believe that this is being paid in WISB. okay, like 100,000 worth of WISB, or maybe in BNB. I'm not entirely sure on this, how they're planning to distribute the rewards, right? But this is something which you can partake in if you are interested. There's the roadmap too here. So we can see that on the 12th of May is when the staking contract launches on BSC. On the 26th of May, there's the interest earning becomes 10% for more expensive for new stakers. Also, daily BNB incentives pool starts on the 31st of May. And then in June, we've got the LP rewards on multiple dexes called the Syrup pool. Also in June, we've got the Change Jelly Pro listing plus fiat on-ramp for WISE. So that's awesome, right, on Change Jelly. July, a large centralized exchange listing plus promo advertising. And then in August, the WISE Reserve Pool opens system-wide profit sharing. And in October, there's a lending borrowing contract deployed on BSC. So as you can see here, there's quite a lot going on here, or will be going on before the end of this year with WISE, right? They've got a lot going on here, and the majority of stuff are going to happen between May and June, as you can see here. And then of course, after June's listing on Change Jelly, then more centralized exchange listings to follow. So maybe it's gonna go on KuCoin, who knows, right? This is just my assumption here. Maybe MXC, because we know that MXC has been onboarding a lot of startups. So maybe the listing is cheaper on MXC too, so we could potentially see that. So let's see how to actually take part in this. Okay, so I'm going to use a 0.45 because I want to keep some, obviously, for transaction fees and stuff. So let's go to buy WISB and let's go to 45, and I want to contribute with 0.45 BNB. It tells me here what the price per WISB is, so it's 0.003075 BNB. You could see what the current supply is, 6,192,000. The market cap is only 3 million at the moment. So let's confirm the reservation. I need to sign the transaction on my ledger. So let's do that. Confirm the transaction. Reserving, let's see. Confirm transaction. Transaction is completed. Okay, that's good. Let's see what happened here. Okay, so if we look here, we can see my reservation stats. Okay, contributed 0.45 BNB, reserved 594 WISB. Okay, so that's how many I've got here. And you can see the time remaining is still 7 days and 11 hours and 20 minutes. So still plenty of time left to contribute. Their goal is a 200,000 BNB hard cap. Okay, but even if they don't reach this goal, it's not the end of the world, right? They're still obviously going to do it. That's the hard cap, but we've got a 4,692 contributed out of 20,000 BNB. Okay, so that's 23.46%. So quite a lot of people have been contributing to this reservation here, as you can see, to different modes. So yeah, that's it from today's video. I hope you found this informative. Let me know what do you think in the comments below. What do you think of WISE? And as always, just a reminder that if you go to the description of the video, you can find the links to WISE and also to their Telegram page, because that's where you're going to get help from a lot of their admins. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.